Hey everyone, it's Jade from shutupandrockon.com, and I have with me the drummer from the best rock band right now. They are definitely super up and coming, and they are making a huge name for themselves. Danny from Greta Van Fleet, how are you?
I am fantastic. How about yourself? Oh, I am great. How are you?
Be energetic. So I'm so excited to get to talk to you today because I saw you guys last night. Unfortunately, Hailstorm canceled, but they filled the spot and they did it very, very well. The crowd loved you guys, definitely. I photographed you guys too.
Oh, cool.
And how was last night?
It was definitely fun. Tough spot to fill, being that, a lot of people were probably very disappointed, and so are we because we've been there. We've had many of us sick, and we've had to cancel shows. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's very hard. So definitely thoughts go out to her, but it was a hell of a show. We get to play longer, which was cool. That's always exciting. We love playing. So
it was great. And so are you 18 or 21?
18.
Oh, I thought you were older. Okay. I'm 19. So, yeah. So tell me about your influences because you're very young. What got you started doing this?
Definitely a lot of folk music, which is kind of surprising to a lot of people. My mother grew up playing guitar and singing folk music, and I was drawn to the guitar because of that.
Yeah.
And guitar was my first instrument, so I really grew up with folk music. Then progressed into blues, classic rock.
Yeah.
Josh has gotten me into some world music,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. It's just, the very eclectic source.
So when do you start playing the drums? I'm a drummer too, actually. Yes. Hell yeah.
Insert high five. Let's see. I think I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
So, oh wow.
Yeah, I was a baby.
She's been playing a lot longer than I have.
And you're better than me.
No, I don't know about that.
So you start really young. Is there a certain drummer that you can give it to? Because I can be oh, Eric Carr from Kiss. That was my guy, and I love him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mitch Mitchell, Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Really?
Yeah, I was showing
Really
a bunch of
classic rock.
I was showing a bunch of Woodstock videos, and it just blew my mind. And I actually have the same kit he used at Woodstock.
So we were watching Greta Van Fleet today, and you guys, I feel like where you played on the third stage was perfect for you guys because it was overlooking the scenery of Center City, Philadelphia, and the sun was setting, and it was so. I told my dad, I was I feel like we're at Woodstock.
Wow.
That was the exact.
Oh, that's
vibe.
cool.
Yeah, because you guys have that sound, and it was
that's an accomplishment because I've low key always wanted to go to Woodstock.
So now
High key,
you're
actually.
making Woodstock
Yeah.
yourselves. So
That'll come later.
yeah, right. And so I have a question. Do you know the band Kingdom Come from the 80s?
I do.
You do. Do you know that they kind of sound exactly just like you and are kind of doing exactly what you did 30 years ago?
Yeah, it's funny because as we've been progressing as a band, I've really looked into a bunch of other artists that might be brought up in comparison so I can prepare for it, and that was one that I completely overlooked, and then people started saying that, and then I really started to look deeper, and I was like, okay, all right, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and it's funny because back in the 80s when they were doing the whole Zeppelin, I feel like it's so annoying being oh, you sound like Led Zeppelin because everyone says that to you, and I know it, right?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, okay. But the Zeppelin-esque thing that they were doing, they got shit for it. Everyone was fuck them, they're doing it. But they're really embracing you guys, I feel, the music world.
It was very scary going into it all because I wasn't, I don't know. You never know how the world's going to perceive you. But then everything just started going so smoothly and progressing at a rapid rate.
I
And
know.
it's been crazy.
I feel like it really happened overnight because I had heard your name a few times, in the last year because Dean Del Rey.
Oh, you know what?
I
He's
love
gotten us
him.
out to everyone.
Yeah, and then I was
Nikki
going to
Sixx,
say,
he
I
got us
heard
out,
you
all of them.
on Dean's podcast, and then all of a sudden you guys were on Eddie Trunk. Eddie Trunk is a very good friend of mine. And I was like,
Really?
okay. And then
Eddie's
you guys
the
went back on Dean's podcast, and I was like, these guys are doing something. And then, yeah.
No, Dean's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. I love him. He's so funny. And so I know the three brothers, and then you're the friend. So you guys all grew up together? What did you do, live on the same street?
Pretty much. Honestly, I think we grew up 5 miles from each other, which is all the way across town. It's a very small town.
I know. I was going to say, wait a
So,
second.
small school, yeah, we did go to the same
From
school.
Michigan, right?
All from Michigan, yeah. We lived 5 miles away from each other and all went to high school at some point because the other guys are
little bit
21. So
older.
they're a little bit older, but I
Yeah.
think it was
Which ones are 21?
Josh is
Okay.
and Jake the guitarist.
Okay.
They're twin brothers. Identical, believe it or not.
I know, right?
And then Sam and I are 18.
Nice. And so you guys released your debut EP this year, right? In April?
Yep.
Am I right? Okay.
No, April 21st.
And but you guys you have other music obviously than the 4 or
Oh,
5 songs. So
plenty.
can we access that other music? Like, what was all that about?
Soon.
Soon.
We have an EP coming out soon. I think November.
Oh, that's really soon.
Yeah, really soon. Like we've been working on it for
Okay.
a while, but it's like we haven't had any time to come home to record.
I know you guys have been on the road for a while.
We're pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the EP will be out in November. Hopefully that'll last for a little longer. You've heard some of the songs that'll be on
Yeah.
it. I can't say anything because I'll have to kill you. But
Okay.
yeah, you'll have that out, and then hopefully early 2018 is a full length album.
Full length album. That's
Yep.
exciting.
Because
What is that like for you? Because I'm a baby too, but like kids kind of.
Yeah,
So it's
pretty
like
crazy.
huge. And you guys, I see all your shows. You guys are selling out everything.
Yeah,
Like literally every show. How is that for you?
It's a
being so
great
young?
feeling just to know that you have so much support, and that's incredible. But
Your
yes.
band is causing trouble
Yep.
in the media room.
Always.
Yeah. So when do you guys start getting together and like let's do a band? When does that happen?
Let's do what?
A band.
Oh, like right around the time I started playing drums.
Okay.
They kind of had a little band before, then they had another drummer. They jammed around, played shows every once in a while.
Yeah.
But then the other drummer, it just didn't work out. His name's Kyle, and then I joined the band because I had been playing with them as well. We just like every once in a while, every chance we could, we would play the music.
Yeah.
So then we just decided, you know what? Let's just play as many shows as we can, and kind of build a name and at least bring joy to as many people as we can,
Oh,
and
that's
because
so
we love
sweet.
it, including us,
Okay,
including
yeah.
us.
And so you guys, your sound, obviously, like I said earlier, is a little Zeppelin-y, but I'm assuming that you guys didn't go into this like, let's sound like Led Zeppelin. It just kind of happened,
No,
right?
not at all. We didn't even go into it with the intentions of just it being our career. We did it because we loved it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was our high school sport or hobby, and then stuff started happening, and people started connecting, and we started realizing that maybe we can turn this into a career. And,
Yeah, right?
And then we built a team, and we're just pushing as far as we can.
Yeah, so when did you start like really like putting together like no that doesn't make sense like I'm really scared of rain if you couldn't tell but like when you start being like okay we're gonna do an EP because are you guys signed?
Yeah, we're signed to Lava Republic,
Okay.
Lava Records, which is under Republic, which is under Universal. So it's a great label,
Yeah.
absolutely
They
great.
treat you good?
They treat us so well. It's very
I like how
humbling.
you said well because I said they treat you good and that's not proper English.
That's all right, but I didn't call you out. I will never call you out.
And so what are you guys up to now? Obviously touring. They're actually guys we're at Rock Allegiance in Camden, New Jersey today, and they were playing around 5-6 o'clock tonight, and the crowd was huge. The crowd was loving it. What are you guys up to now?
We're just the entire month of October is festivals, at least one a week, and all over the country. We are going to head out west towards the tail end of it. We're going to hit up LA, Sacramento, Tucson,
Yeah.
and then basically right up until the end of October, and then we head back home and start recording immediately.
Yeah. So you're recording in Michigan?
We are recording this in Michigan, yeah, currently right now.
And you guys have gone to Europe before, right?
Yeah.
What's it like over there?
It's beautiful, and the response is incredible. The fans are great. They really understand organic music, like down to the roots rock and roll music, and that's really humbling, because it's over the pond. It's a whole new set of
It's
people.
totally different over there too. The way that, like you said, the way that they respond to music. And you guys need to get into the festivals over there because
I
the
know,
festivals over there are fucking
I can't wait.
crazy.
I can't wait.
I
I've
know.
always wanted to go.
Next concert season is your guys' year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, if you could be the drummer for any band ever, what would it be?
Wow. Honestly, the Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles. Why?
Out of all the bands, why did you
Because
choose the Beatles?
I love Ringo. Because he was not the best drummer in the world. He wasn't even the best drummer in the band, apparently.
Yeah.
But he kind of paved the way in like studio drumming. A lot of guys just went in and they played the same thing that they did live.
Yeah, it was like rudiment.
And he took it to a whole new level. He played around with tones. He did,
Yeah.
and the Beatles are probably my favorite band of all time.
Really?
So,
Are you a Kiss fan?
My parents are huge Kiss fans. They love Kiss because they were around in more of the 80s. So I definitely listened to a lot of Kiss growing up.
I
Yeah.
love it. So is there anything else you want to tell me or let me know that you're up to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. No, not really. Our lives are pretty boring.
No, and where can we follow you to keep up with all your stuff?
Facebook, Greta Van Fleet. It's a Facebook page. Instagram, also Greta Van Fleet page. There's gretavanfleet.com, which is the website. You can get merchandise, tickets,
Everything else.
some pictures here and there, but you don't really need to see those. And I mean, yeah, Google, anything. We're all over. Apple Music, Spotify.
So basically, anywhere that you can find anything, you guys will be there.
Honestly, just Google it. You'll probably find something.
So thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with me.